What's going on, everybody? Today we're going to go from the French Riviera all the way down to Malta without flying. We're taking trains, buses, ferries, whatever we can to get down there, to get to Malta through Italy. The route from the French Riviera all the way to Malta took about 7 days because I wanted to stop at some of the top destinations along the way. We originated in Toulon, France, which is in the French Riviera. Then we went to Nice and then Monaco. Monaco's its own country. From Monaco, we went through Italy and I stopped in Cinque Terre. From the Cinque Terre, I actually went to Pisa and then I went on to Florence. From Florence, I took the high-speed train through Rome onto Naples. From Naples, I went all the way south to the bottom of Italy where I caught the ferry over to Messina in Sicily. From Sicily and Pozzallo, I actually took the ferry to Malta. So this is my 7-day route. Let's begin. All right, guys. Today we are in Toulon here in France, and we are headed to Nice on the train. So we'll see how this goes. Wait till you guys see the arrival into Monaco. That's definitely interesting. So I'm debating how I will get to Malta, because that's where I want to go. So I have two choices. As I sit here and wait, I'll just tell you. So I can either fly from here in Nice to Malta, or I could take the train through Italy all the way down to Sicily and then take a ferry to Malta. Wow, this is a huge train. This is a huge one. A real fast mover. Train. That's the most modern train I've seen here in France so far. Wow. This area that I'm at right now is really known as the south of France, also known as the French Riviera. They have places like Saint-Tropez, Nice, Cannes, and even Monaco, which is a stop that we're going to be making. But that's where I'm headed right now, is to Nice. Some of you may be curious how I traveled around and bought the tickets. You can buy them at the train station, but I found it to be way easier to just use the app Omio. I put an affiliate link down below in the description if you wanted to get that app. All right, guys, we're here in Nice. That was a huge train. AC works okay, but it's so hot outside. Even in the inside of the train, you feel it. Oh, what is going on here? I'm always amazed at the log jams that happen. People just stop right there. The whole idea is keep it moving, guys. Keep it moving. And I could walk up that, but I got heavy bags. So we'll see. If I didn't have bags, I'd definitely do it. Let's see what we got here. Maybe I should have just taken the elevator. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's funny, you gotta go up and over. I guess in some cases that's why they do the underground, right? You go down and under the train tracks. In this case, we're going up and over. Okay. It'd be nice to get that train on track 1 there. So I'm going to be staying at the Holiday Inn. I stayed at the Holiday Inn in the last place, Toulon. Toulon is really far away from Nice. Either that or it's just the train moves so slow. I think it took almost 2 hours to get here by train from Toulon. It takes about 2.5 hours to get here by train from Marseille. Maybe longer, actually. Maybe 3 hours. Just a slow-moving train. If you look on the map, it doesn't look very far. Nice is a popular beach destination. They have beach clubs right there. Also, you have a nice old town and a very walkable or exercise-friendly boardwalk with good food in Nice. I stayed 2 nights exploring around the French Riviera, and any chance I got, I rented a Lime electric bike to go around because it's just so efficient. It's early in the morning here in Nice. We're going on the 8:35 train. This one's going to take us to Genova. in Italy from Nice here in France, with a layover in Monaco. So Nice, France to Genova, Italy, and then hopefully onto the Cinque Terre today. That would be my plan, from Cinque Terre hopefully down to Naples or something, and then on to Sicily. I'm going to try and do all the way down to Malta by ferry without flying. Once I get to Malta, I'll probably end up flying out of there. We'll see where I go next, but that's the plan right now. Just here to get some breakfast. I'm headed to platform E, so we'll see where this is, and making our way to Italy with a stop in Monaco. Full second on a Monday. All right, guys, we've made it to Monaco, Monte Carlo. All right, well, yeah. So we're here. This is just a short little pit stop here in Monaco to show you around. Oh, we're coming in, ladies and gentlemen. We're here. All the way back over the other side. And this right here is actually Monte Carlo. It's a world famous casino. This here is part of the route they take for the world famous Grand Prix here in Monaco. Well, after a nice little layover in Monaco, we're going to head over to Genova. All right, here we are. We're at the border with Italy. Made it to Genova. Oh, is this Genova Bernoulli? So this train here supposedly goes all the way to Salerno. Here comes the big boy here. This is Genoa Principe. Okay, just had to make sure. I'm supposed to be going to La Spezia. So let's see if I can make it. La Spezia is actually where Cinque Terre is. But after that long train ride, oh my gosh. That one there was tough. That was a tough one. Alright, on the train, this one appears to be a little bit more comfortable than the last one. I think it's going all the way to Salerno. It's a long journey from here. Just arrived in La Spezia. It looks like La Spezia, but they were calling it La Spezia on the overhead speaker. So anyway, this is where I'll be base camping for the Cinque Terre. As for me right now, I'm in pretty good spirits. It took about 4.5 hours to get here from Nice. And I'm looking forward to a cappuccino and some pasta carbonara. Yes, that's what I'm looking forward to, and then I'll see about getting over to the Cinque Terre, the 5 towns. So that was 3 trains, no delays. Anytime there's no delays, it's easier to be in good spirits. A little bit of a delay is okay, but none of those were even delayed a little bit. Everything was on time. In fact, the most comfortable train was the one from Genoa to here. The one coming in from Nice was not very comfortable, but it had a decent air conditioning. Booked my accommodation on Agoda, and it's one of these places where you have to like call the host when they get here. Been waiting for about 25 minutes, so we'll see. Well, I got some time to chill here, and I got a sausage pizza. That's a good price. the Fanta. Well, it's about 2:45 and I'm gonna take the train 7 minutes over to Riomaggiore and see what else is out there. Alright, well, we'll see how this goes. Right, well, we're here at Riomaggiore here. That ocean feels good. Looks good too. Well, we're here in Riomaggiore. A little bit unique, you gotta go under the train, and then back under again. This cool place though. I don't even know how much of this place I'll be able to explore here, but let's see what happens. Ooh. Get some seafood while you're here. That'd be good, huh? Go for a swim. Oh, buddy. Great village right there, guys. Look at that. Beautiful water world. Yeah, you need to swim there. That's a swimming hole. The name of my hotel room is called Corniglia. Yeah, so they have 5 rooms in my hotel that I'm staying at. And each one represents the 5 lands of the Cinque Terre. So I'm staying in Corniglia. Well, I will say right now, this one is the longest walk from the station just to get to the town. We've just walked this whole thing and I still don't even see the town. So keep that in mind if you're visiting Corniglia, and what you see here, maybe you can determine whether or not it's worth it. Yeah, to get to Corniglia, it's basically like hiking a mountain, guys. So after you do those 2, you come here, Corniglia, and hike the mountain. Well, I'm coming to get an orange juice and some ice cream. All right, guys, we're at village number 4. This is Vernazza. I like this village, actually. I think there's like a viewpoint that you can go up to and get a nice overlook of the town, but I'm not going up there today. I went up there last time. I remember it was a bit of a hike. Yeah, as it stands now, I would put Vernazza at number 3. So number 1 is Riomaggiore, number 2 is Manarola. Actually, Manarola is number 1. Riomaggiore is number 2. Vernazza number 3. Look at this place, guys. I think over there is the lookout point. It's absolutely crazy getting up there. All right, guys, well, we've made it to Monterosso, Mare. Definitely got the best beach, huh? There's a great look at the beach, guys. But yes, we're going from the Cinque Terre down towards the Pisa Leaning Tower. Well, after a long day, here's my dinner. Coffee and the Coke works great for editing afterwards. Good morning, everyone. We are leaving the Cinque Terre and we're headed to Pisa. Today I'm going to try and get all the way to Naples via Florence. Let's see how this goes. Well, it's my breakfast here. It's 7:30 in the morning, so why not? Man, here in Italy, those trains just rip roar right by you. They are so loud. They are so loud. You gotta feel the impact, feel the energy. Here we go, guys. We got a Trenitalia, big boy right here. Alright, the first train of the day, it is delayed, quite hardcore right now, so we're just kind of waiting. Alright, I'm on the train, but I think I've had to book another train because I could not figure out where the other train went. Either way, we'll see how this goes. Here's my recommendation. So right here, if they had like the name of the train or the number of the train, and then like right here, instead of having a map of just Spezia, maybe saying like this is the route we're going, or like having like a scroll that just says all the stops along the way, because people are getting on this train and they're like, is this the one to Pisa? You know, is this the one to such and such? No one knows because there's no indication that this is the train. You would think right here they'd have a sign that says, you know, this is the stops, this is where we're going, or somewhere, right? See, like she's even asking, she's like, where are we going? All right, so we've arrived here at the Pisa train station. This is Pisa Rossori. I got off here because I think it's closer to the actual tower, but we'll see how this goes. All right, well, we're coming up to the Tower of Pisa here. Here it is, guys. Upstanding. This is what people call them, far and wide. It is impressive that it's still standing. There's a real nice lean, and people still go up there. When you come here, you got to take the picture as if you're holding up the tower. But anyway, we got to see it. It's just a sight to see. Now, okay. We're just walking across the bridge here. Okay, so we made it to the train station, Centrale Pisa. Now we're headed to Florence and then on to Naples, all on the same day. Getting slowly but surely closer to Sicily and on to Malta. Exciting. This morning's train, we ended up catching some snags. But the good news is I've made up for it here in Pisa, and we're right on time for the next train. So I'm going to platform 8. And as far as I can tell, at 10:32 is what time it's leaving, and it should be on time. And here comes the train to Florence. Wow, right on time. Perfect. That was great. That was a super fast train. Right on time. You know, one of the things that I'm realizing is that a lot of the departure times, those are just estimates. So it's never really a guarantee that it will be doing that. But anyway, I'll show you a little bit around Florence, and then we're off to Naples through Rome. It's going to be a 3-hour high-speed train. We're going to cover a lot of ground on that really quickly. So we'll see how that goes, but I'll show you a little bit around Florence. This is the Florence Duomo Cathedral. It's hot today. It's like 33. It's like 95, somewhere around there. Fahrenheit, I don't know the exact, but it's hot. Real hot. I was even looking at the weather in Bangkok right now. This is hotter than Bangkok. Oh. Everyone's... Okay. Wow. So I'm going over. Man, I'd
go get sprayed by that water, I'd feel a lot better. This is the Piazza del Vecchio. It's like almost like a Disneyland here. Basically no cars around here. It's all foot traffic pretty much. All right, back here at Florence train station here. And we're just waiting on the line to get issued for the platform here. It's supposed to leave quite soon. All right, just got issued a platform here at Santa Maria Novella in Florence. Here we go. Naples. I'm just going to skip through Rome. Been there a few times, and Naples is where I really need to be. Because again, trying to get to the south, it's been quite the tour that I've been on. If you guys have seen my other videos, the Morocco to Portugal or Portugal to South France. This is another long one. It's rewarding. It's stuff you look back on and you're like, that was cool, but when you're doing it, it can be a bit draining. Yesterday I walked all around the Cinque Terre, all 5 villages, after I came in from Nice. So I went Nice to the Cinque Terre, which is the Italian Riviera, walked around all the 5 villages after, and then today going from the Cinque Terre to Naples, day after day. As far as this trip goes, I'm in day like 2 or 3 of it. It just depends on how you want to count it. Let's see this train. Oh boy, yeah. It's a big one. Actually in business class on this one. Ticket price was $85, and then I paid an extra $19 for the business class seating. So hopefully I can get some editing done for 3 hours. It's better than sitting there for 3 hours just chilling. So if I can get a little table, pull out the laptop, that'll be perfect. Let's see how this sets up. Carriage number 6. This is a big train, guys, because it takes up a lot of space. We're going to cover a lot of ground on this one. Oh, this is the setup here. They do those seats where you face someone. And we're off. See you in 3 hours. This high-speed train route basically runs the length of Italy from Milan all the way down to the south. So if you wanted to get from Milan to Naples really quickly, you can take a high-speed train and it'll maybe take a maximum of 5 hours. Really a great system they have in Italy with these high-speed trains. Some of the best trains in the world. All right, we're coming into Roma Tiburtina. Feels good to be in Naples. Had a very successful travel day. A couple hiccups along the way, but that's to be expected with 3 different transfer stations. Actually, the only real hiccup was in the first station. I missed a train or didn't find the right train, but other than that, everything else went smooth. So I'm in good spirits. It's about 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And I am going to stay at the Holiday Inn. And I have a lot of editing I've got to catch up on for this channel and another one. So, I might not do too much exploring around Naples. I've been here before. The main reason I don't really want to do too much exploring is because I've done so much recently and there's not really a lot in the Naples city area. There's like a castle and a square, eat pizza. That's about it. Outside of Naples, they have Pompeii. You can go to the Amalfi Coast, Capri Island, Mount Vesuvius, stuff like that. But in Naples city center, it's not the most interesting place. Look at that beauty. That is a beautiful train. I think, honestly, Italy has possibly the best high-speed train network in Europe. Works real good. I'm going to actually get a taxi to my hotel because it's close, but not close enough. It's just about a 22-minute walk, and I am all walked out. Walked too much mileage the last few days. Let's see if we can get a taxi. I remember the first time I came here at like 9 o'clock at night one time, I was just like, no way. Looks in better condition than before, but still, let's see. Taxi. Wonder how many days I'll stay here. Kind of traveled fatigued. Haven't had a proper rest since like Lisbon. Yes.
It's me.
It's you. Holiday Inn.
Where?
And here we are at the Palace of Naples. It's like a square. You can see right here. Just kind of exploring around, seeing what the Centro Storico and the history is here in Naples. Well, we got the bike, so that means we're more mobile than we were before. There's the Castle de Ovo, but it's closed right now. Hopefully it'll be open soon. Well, let's go check out the Central Historical area here. It's nice to be under these trees and out that direct sunlight. I guess the Central Historical area at one point in time was under the Spanish control, so they've got an underground and like a Spanish quarter. It's either going to be a beer day or an orange juice right now. Look at those. Look at that right there. Maybe I'll do it. Well, after a delicious lunch, I'm well on my way now through the Centro area, and then I have to get over there to Pompeii, guys. I got to do it. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, I just flagged down a taxi. We're going from Naples to Pompeii. Well, we're here at Pompeii. I'm gonna see about getting a ticket here. Let's see how this goes. You can see Vesuvius in the background.
Just said they found some.
It's quite hot here. Just out baking in the sun. Maybe the better time of year is to come outside of June, July, and August. Wow, this is crazy. What a cool place. Kind of reminds me of like the American West. The Alamo or something. Actually way bigger than the Alamo though, but no, this is I think it's rebuilt. I don't know if those bricks are original. Like brick, stone brick. I don't know how much of this is like original versus what's rebuilt. Hoping the road is actually legit. That road is real. That's the biggest relic they have here. It's great. You can even see the wheels, where the wheels would have tracked through here. It's crazy though. Pompeii is awesome. Alright, so I'm taking a private van to Pozzallo. It's a little bit easier. More expensive though. Super long tunnel here. Yeah, it's a long tunnel. All right, we're on the Amalfi Coast here. You can see beautiful views. Well, we're going to see if we can get this ferry. They said they only go to Capri at 4 o'clock. So she said the Naples ferry's over here. We're all lining up here. You can see. Great views all around. Oh man, what a day. It's a beautiful place out here. Ciao bella. Here you go, senor. Okay. Hello. Ciao.
Smile for camera, please.
All right. Ciao bella. Alright guys, so today we're going to Sicily, and right now I'm going to the train station to catch the high-speed train down to the very southern part of the boot here. Let's see how this goes. And we're here at Napoli Centrale. Garibaldi. So let's see how this trip goes. I actually got the best ticket they had for about 200 euros, and after all this travel I've got this urge to just kind of relax on a trip and focus on work and everything. So it's a business class seat. They say it possibly has like its own little room, so that'd be perfect. Drink a coffee, work on some videos, and maybe connect to the internet, hopefully. But it's Italo, that's the name. I don't think it's Trenitalia. Italy has probably the best trains in Europe, in my opinion, at least on the route from the high speed trains. The slow-moving trains, obviously, those are just intercities. So, Italo Club, I believe I have access to that. This here is the lounge access. You get bit of snacks here. So it's all about taking it easy, right? And here we are inside the actual platform zone. Going to platform 21. This is a beautiful train that we got today. One of the high-speed runs on Italo. We're leaving in about 15 to 20 minutes here. Oh, that one's going all the way to Torino. Torino, oh my goodness. It's a long haul. Here's our beauty. Wow. Oh wait. I don't think she's arrived yet, but look at that one. Look at these trains, guys. Absolute beauties. I must say, those are some of the most beautiful trains. All right, well, here comes our train right here. Slowly but surely inching into the station here. Equally as beautiful, just a little bit different design than that one. Oh. And here's the seating situation. That's a nice seat right there. Gladly take that, but you get this here. We'll see how it goes. I didn't know it was shared with 4 people. I mean, it was worth a try, you know, see what it looks like. So far, no one's in here. I actually like the seat where you have a table, you know. It's always nice. I don't know if this one has a table because, oh yeah, it does. So I just need to be able to work on my computer. That's the main thing. I saw the ticket and I decided to get it as $200.
This was about a 3.5 to 4 hour train ride from Naples to the very bottom where Villa San Giovanni is located. This here is where you catch the ferry. That's where we're headed. That's the ferry to Sicily. So we're down here in the boot of Italy. All right, guys, we're in Villa San Giovanni. I believe this is the end of the route for this train, but I'm not completely sure. I know it's getting close, but I'm going to be trying to take the ferry over across the Strait of Messina into Sicily as soon as possible. Sicily is the next destination en route to Malta. What a beautiful train that is, man. The train is a beautiful piece of modern engineering. Well, it looks like the train might have just left, or the ferry might have just left. I was hoping that the train and the ferry would line up, but why would the ferry leave so quickly? I don't know. Oh, there's the ferry. There's a ferry. So it looks like they got a few ferries here. I'm gonna go in here and get a ticket. If not, I will have lunch and chill until I can get it, but looks like all these cars are getting on that ferry. Yeah, so I'd book online, but there's no real way to book online, at least not that I know of. But this line is not moving at all. I just got the ticket. It was 2.50 euros, so $2.50 or €2.50. Very cheap. Gave them 5 euros and I got $2.50 back. So now we're just waiting. I don't see a time stamp on here though. It doesn't say anything about what time it's leaving. That's the ticket. So let's see what time we're leaving. All right, looks like we're boarding this ferry. So I've probably been in this port maybe 15-20 minutes. And we're already boarding a ferry, so that's good. So far, my stay in Italy has been a good one. The highlight has probably been the food. I've eaten carbonara like every day, and I'm looking forward to carbonara again. Anyway, it doesn't look too far to get across the Strait of Messina from Italy to the football. All right, all aboard.
Hopefully I get to Greece after Malta. That would be what I'm hoping. We'll see what ends up happening. Aircon's working great in here. Let's see, they've got plenty of seating. Great aircon. I'm just gonna sit right here. All right. Oh, we made it. We're on Sicily. All right, now I've got to find the train to get to Terramini, I believe is what it's called. Oh, what is that? It's an interesting mural right there. Very interesting mural. I think this is the train station. Coming up over here, so it's right next to the port, it looks like. In the train station here. Gonna see what time the train leaves. I booked on Omeo, but I would like to get some pizza actually. Let's see how this goes. Well, it looks like the station's getting a nice facelift here. So it should be in good shape by the time you get here. They don't even have a cafe here, and if they do, it's closed. So, I've never seen that before, where you have a whole train station and no cafe. That's wild. Let's see here, they gotta have one somewhere. Alright, well, I'm going to Taormina, and right now the time is 12:43. And the actual train itself leaves at 1:20. So 35 minutes just waiting under this awning. Everything's under construction right now. This little train here, I think this is an inspector train, huh? Or is that an engine? Well, here comes one train. That's not us, but either way, it's a Regionale, in case you're wondering. They got a modern train system here in Sicily. That's great. I think that's our train right there, guys. Yep, going to Catania. We're off. They say it's going to take about 40 minutes. Now, once I get there, I've got to decide if I'm going to stay there or just drop off my suitcase and walk around the town and then head down to Catania. Obviously, I want to see a lot, but I also want to make forward progress to the port to get to Malta. Sicily was never really the intended destination, but now that I'm here, kind of like, well, I want to see it more in depth. All right, we're in Taormina. That was a 40-minute quick little scoot down the road there. Real fast. Oh, wow. Yeah, so here's a old Roman theater. That's cool. They still use it, it looks like. Got some great views up here. The Roman theater. We'll look at the coastline there. You got Mount Etna way off in the distance there. That's crazy. Well, we're in Syracuse. I was looking at tomorrow morning. It's like an hour and a half to the port. The first one leaves at 5:38 in the morning. It's way too early. I don't want to do that. Then the next one after that is like 2:38 p.m. But there's a bus that goes at 9:35. So I need to really think about what the plan is for tomorrow. But we're really far south in Sicily at this point. It's nice here. Maybe it's just because it's 6 p.m. It's kind of like a golden hour after a hot, hot day in the middle of July. Anyway, I'm staying at the Mercure Hotel tonight. We got taxis. Let's see here. Let's see how much they charge. Hello, ciao. Mercure Hotel. Mercure. Just an update. It's the morning. I've been staying here at the Mercure Hotel. It's a nice hotel. So here's what's going on. The ferry leaves at 7:30 tonight, which is fine. And also a little bit problematic because I'm not sure what to do with my luggage for, such a long period of time. There's a train that leaves here at 2:30. I'm gonna see if Mercure can let me store my suitcase. And I think they will up until that time, which allows me to explore around the city. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going over to the Greek theater, which is good for me. And then we'll see what happens where I go next. Yeah, so this is a Greek theater. It's nearby, within walking distance to the Mercure Hotel. It's 14 euros. I just want to take a look around here. I'm kind of happy that I'm forced to slow down a little bit and enjoy Sicily. But look at this. They got like these grottos and stuff. What is going on with that? Can you see it? What is going on here? So I guess this is Roman and Greek. What the heck is that? That's a big structure there. Huh. I mean, Sicily would have been my preferred destination to live back in the Roman and Greek times. I mean, this is a super place. But then again, there's so many awesome islands in the Mediterranean. Wow. Okay, so they built this theater in this ravine here. Down below, it's like a grotto. Kind of a cool place. Never really heard of it before. I mean, I've heard of Syracuse, as they call it here, Syracusa. Syracusa. Oh, cool. So I don't know if you guys just only want the transportation stuff or if you guys actually like seeing, the sights in between the transportation. Kind of like a hybrid, right? So you get to see the trains, the planes, the automobiles, blah, blah, blah. But you also get to see kind of what's in between that. Look at this. Oh, is that water in there? Look at that. It's like a cistern. Wow. Like it's not just naturally occurring, they carved into the ground to make this place. That cistern is just crazy though. Right there. What do they got here? Some like well. Oh, you can walk back here. Alright. Oh man, you got like a whole labyrinth of, whoa, oh my gosh. I didn't expect to see this in here.
far back does it go? Okay. Wow. This is crazy, guys. They totally carved out this place. How would they have gotten so high up there? Very interesting. Looks like they still use the old theater here. It's carved out of stone. All the seats are out of stone. At this point, I'm just trying to beat the heat because it's getting hot real quick all of a sudden, and it's only 9:30. That's a cool place though. Built this like tower up here on top of the old Greek theater. Okay. And before time. I hear water flowing. Makes me thirsty. Okay, it's like a grotto, an aquifer. Where's the water source? Wow, that's cool. I don't know if you guys can tell by looking at the sky or whatever, but maybe you can. You can just tell it's hot. You just know it. Not a cloud in the sky. Middle of July in the Mediterranean in Sicily. 9:35 in the morning. You hear the cicadas. If you've ever been here, you know the feeling. It's a beautiful feeling, but it's hot. I'd come back in probably October. I always say that, but I always end up here in the summer. Over here they have the Roman amphitheater. How do they know it wasn't all the same? These are tombs. They've been excavated. So yeah, this is the amphitheater for the Romans. Okay, it's kind of cool. All right, well, we're here at the Temple of Apollo. This is on the island of Ortigia, which is right here in Sicily, of course, but in Syracuse. All right. I mean, this place is nice, but it's so old. Nothing's going on here. It would take years to really vamp this place up. Italy's got so much history, but it's just kind of hard to maintain it all. Also, I feel like Italy has like a very large, older population. Like, I don't feel like there's as many young people as there is older people. There's definitely been like a birth rate decline over time. It's almost like the governments need to encourage their people to have more kids, you know? Like the incentive has to be there, unless that's the end goal, is to have less people on Earth, I guess. But it seems like a lot of people, including myself, just don't have kids. I mean, I think it's great to have kids. I think everyone who's got kids is very blessed and fortunate. And just, that's a true blessing. But it seems like in this day and age, the incentive is to not. I don't know. It's just a thought that I'm having because, you know, I go around so many places, Spain, Portugal, Morocco. I think in the Middle East, they have a lot more kids. You see kids everywhere in Morocco. The birth rates are much higher in the Middle East than in Europe. And then they have to bring in immigrants from other places to offset the low fertility rates.
instead of just trying to encourage your local population to actually have kids. Like, what's the incentive, you know? Obviously, there's a personal incentive, which is, hey, you can have kids. But it seems like people are not wanting them because it's expensive and lots of challenges involved, even though that's probably not the case. It's just what people feel. What is this? Once in a while I go on these little philosophical rants of mine. But you know, when you travel, you see things and you think, especially when you're alone. Look at this place. It's nice. The water is great. Look at that water. It's so clear. No one's swimming. What I'm saying is, as I've gone through there, there's like no one in there. So it's like this nice village, very old, but no one's there. No one wants to live there. No one's making an effort to live there, renovate it, make it livable. And the people that you do see, they're older. Italy has young people, of course, but I just feel like most of the places that I go, there's a lot of old people, which is great. I love old people. I think that's great because I love seeing old people. They're so friendly and full of wisdom, and if you ever get a chance to talk to one, you know, it's great. But where's the young people? Because the young people are the ones who have the energy and the enthusiasm to, you know, look at this and say, wow, let's raise this up. And you just don't get the sense that that is there, even though this is totally a great historical area and it has so much potential. I mean, it's on the island of Sicily. You got this bay here that's swimmable. You know, look at the condition of the place. It's falling apart. It's cool. The thing is, I feel like I really just kind of need to get to Malta. Hopefully I can get a rental car there. But Malta's been like my main objective this whole trip. And it's so close to now. I definitely have plans to come back to Sicily, but kind of waiting, you know. And also it's hot. Like today is very hot. Very hot. All right, so I'm back at the train station here in Syracuse, and I'm going to Pozzallo, which is the train station where I catch the ferry in the south to go to Malta. So it's about 3 o'clock, and maybe the train. We'll have to see. I was on the wrong platform, guys, but seem to have figured it out. Hopefully this is the train. It's so hot right now. Incredibly hot. Yeah, so this is the train. And we're all just kind of waiting outside. I don't know why they wouldn't open the doors for us, considering it's so hot. And we've just been sitting here. We depart in a few minutes, so we'll see how long that takes, but it is hot. It is very hot. Ah, okay. There we go. Staff is here. All right. Well, got our train seat. Oh, we're all aboard here. Guys, we're in Pozzallo. See? You heard her. She said it's so hot, and she's not wrong. July in southern Sicily. Cooking, buddy, cooking. I'm excited to see how hot it's going to be in Malta. That might be even hotter. Anyway, from here I got to get to the taxi. Hopefully they have it to the ferry port. Ferry, yes. Okay. Lucky for me, I don't have to walk. All right, yeah, you would not want to walk from the train station to here. That was a long drive, or a much longer drive than you would think. So now I have to pay him with credit card. I have not yet purchased my ticket because online it says the ferry leaves at 7:15 and then 9:15. I'm hoping there might be something earlier, but if there isn't, that's okay. I'll just purchase the 7:15 or 7:31. Wow, what a trek it was to get down here. Almost there on the last leg of the trip. Yes, so it leaves at 7:15. It's 4:17, so I'll be here for 3 hours just chilling. So that's kind of a downside. All right, just a quick update. So I did book on the app, Omeo. Inside the app, it told me I had to come to the kiosk. So they printed out my ticket. I asked them if it was the same price if I booked it here directly, and they said yes. So the good idea to book ahead of time so you know you got that ticket. All you have to do is just make sure you print it out. We're still waiting, so I'm just chilling with a Peroni over here on the side. 3 hours sitting inside there is a little bit long actually, because now it's starting to fill up, but I see some big trucks coming. They've got a big old Ferris wheel over there. Camera sometimes goes wild, but yeah. I don't know, man. This town right here seems hot, so pretty sure Malta is going to be hot as well. All right, they are actually boarding already. I didn't even realize. I was out back chilling, and then I noticed they were already boarding. Look at this. The boarding process begins about an hour before.
From there.
Okay, grazie. All right. I probably could have done a full video about this, but this is what I'm saying is a full video just dedicated to the travel process from Italy to Malta. Actually, there was a few videos inside this video. This is just a super long video. It took 7 days, guys. It took me 7 days. Anyways, looks like I'm gonna have to. Hello, how are you? Yes, sir, I will do that. Yeah, so it took about 7 days since I started this. I'll have to confirm the exact amount of time, but could have moved a lot faster if I didn't make pit stops in places like Nice and Monaco. Hello. And Amalfi, Cinque Terre. Hello. Very nice person right there. She's got a nice smile. Yeah, but I also stopped in Naples and here in Sicily. Hello, sir. How are you? Thank you, sir. Oh, yes. Thank you. All right. We're very friendly on this staff here. Oh, wow. I'm going all the way up top. So anyways, it's going to be interesting to see if it's still light out by the time we get to Malta. What we got going on here? It's like we've got Restaurante. Or, hello, sir. Hi. Why is everyone so happy? Is Malta just a happy place? Like a party barge here. A cruise ship. Wow, okay. Yeah, I should have done a dedicated video to this one. I guess saving the best for last, right? Alright. Well, we're steaming full steam ahead. Alright, we're getting closer. It's nighttime, fully dark. We got a moon. Well, a crescent moon. But we're getting closer.
Okay.
All right. here. All right. Keep it moving, guys. There's an arrival hall, although because it's part of the Schengen zone, I don't think we need to show a passport. So we'll see which way they have us go. Yeah, so we're just arriving right through here. I'd imagine this is probably for people arriving from some foreign country, maybe Tunisia or something. Yes. To Hyatt Centric. Well, we're here in Malta. There's the Hyatt Regency. And yeah, here we are. Well, I'm out and about, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of the nightlife here in Valletta since we've arrived. I don't know much about Malta, but from what I can tell online and what I've read, basically it's kind of a modern island. It's like up and coming. It's a bit of like a tax haven country, kind of like Monaco, but not quite that same system. Like, I guess a lot of people are considering building businesses here because they have a more friendly tax climate or regulations than other places in Europe. But as you can see, I mean, there's no place in Europe that's going to be this modern, really. I mean, everything is new, at least in this area. I mean, sure, Europe has some modern places, but this looks like something in Asia. It's like lit up and everything, Vegas style. I didn't quite expect something this interesting. Casino right there. I mean, if you go to like Monaco or Nice, everything is very old and rustic, right? Or Paris, or London. London has a little bit of modernity, but I mean, I just went through Southern Europe. I haven't seen anything modern at all. I don't think Italy has anything modern. And that's okay. That's why people go there, right? For the history. They have some modern trains, but as far as like cities like this, you won't see anything like that. I stayed in Naples, Rome, Florence, Milan, maybe a little bit in Milan. But I did enjoy my time in Italy. It was nice. I'm actually out trying to find a little bit of food. Kind of hungry. Oh, here's the Holiday Inn Express. I almost stayed there. I really almost stayed there. Look at that pizza. Wow. Kebab Factory or pizza? What should I get? Wow. Real luxury. All right, guys, I'm just going to end it here, and we'll see you on the next one.